What's up to all my conscious readers, authors, and crappy parents out there? It's your boy Ian from the litunderground.com, the new literary kids on the block, dropping dope and free content because books can change the world. But can books really change the world if nobody cares about books anymore? And today I'm here to talk about the youth reading crisis. It sounds so terrible, and it is terrible. And the youth reading crisis has nothing to do with the declining standardized reading test scores, because standardized testing, we all know, is BS anyway. But the emotional vigor, the vitality, the connection, the passion that the youth and even adults are bringing to books. And in 2021, that is in the gutter. The care with the capital C about books is in the gutter because crappy parents with a capital C, because there are so many out there, and you may be one listening right now, are exposing their children because they are lazy to addicting video games, social media apps, screens, and not taking the time and space to expose their children to language. Because no matter what, language is going to be how you're going to carry your language abilities through your life forever. How you present yourself to others, the relationships you get in, how you express your thoughts and feelings all come down to language and words and writing. And all the crappy parents out there. And let's talk about the other big capital C today, everybody. Capitalism. We are talking about capitalism because everybody loves to make that excuse about capitalism. So let's say we have a single mother out there of two people. She has 168 hours in the week, just like the rest of us. And she's decided to have two children, maybe with a suspect individual. Maybe that individual died. And she is alone. And let's say she's working 70 hours a week. So we have 70 hours, including commute times. So 70 hours a week, two jobs. Then let's say she sleeps 7 hours a night. So that's 49 hours a week. So that's 120 hours. We have 48 hours left, everybody. What are we going to do with those 48 hours with our children? Well, I know people like this, and this is where the excuses start to break down real fast. And we're talking about one parent, and the time is doubled if we have two parents working 70 hours a week. And if you are a person, if both parents are having to work 70 hours a week, then you guys need to, one, move, get a better job, figure something else out. Something has gone wrong. So worst case scenario, one parent has 40 to 50 hours a week, and two parents have 90 to 100 hours a week. And what are they doing with that time? And I would like to reference people you know in your life. What are people in your life doing with that time and their kids? Well, let's see. Monday night football, soccer, drinking, hanging out with the boys or the girls, and scrolling social media on the slab. That is what is going on, everybody. Because if you give me 100 hours with two people, or 50 hours a week with my child or my two children, I can give them a pretty damn good education. But instead, we throw them into Fortnite. We throw them onto social media. We let them go wild out with other people in these suburban concrete jungles instead of exposing them to nature. And why is that, everybody? Because we don't care about books ourselves. What the hell is going on? And because we are addicts of the screen, we are addicts of the slab and of video games. And I would like to, why is this bad though? Why is that bad? Why are the screens starting to affect the care about books? And I would like to do a test, everybody. Download a video game that children love right now that is free. Let's say Roblox, Warzone, Fortnite, one of those games. And then sit and play for 6 hours. Go sit and play for 6 hours. And then tell me how your brain feels. Then go try to do high-level cognitive functioning tasks. Your brain is going to be gone, and I guarantee it, because I love video games, and I've done that many times in my life, and I have felt it. And it even affects me up to a day after, if not 2 days after, if I binge out on video games. What the hell is going on in a 6-year-old brain? What the hell in a 10, 15-year-old brain? And then if we start adding on gluten and dairy and emotional abuse at home, public school education, all these other different things, we start to see that children don't even have the ability to care about books anymore. They literally can't sit down and comprehend because their brain is rah, 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 rah. It never ends. They can't even synapse and have the time and space to just relax and read a simple book. I'm not saying your 8-year-old needs to read Plato. Your 8-year-old can read whatever they want. Whatever you want. You could read, this isn't a, we need to go back to the classics talk. They could read whatever book skill level they want. But why aren't they doing that? Because parents, crappy parents, love their vices and love their lifestyle more than they love their children. And they had children knowing well what situation they were going to put their children in. If you're having to work more than 40 hours a week and you have children, then you probably shouldn't have been having children. And if you work, let's do the math again, work 40 hours a week, sleep 7 hours a night, you have 70 hours left in a week to help your kid. Well, let's say this, you have 30 hours a week to help yourself. So but let's say husband and wife have 30 hours a week to help themselves. Do things that they enjoy. That would be 4 hours of hobbies a day. Yes, I said that. 4 hours of hobbies a day. 4 hours of hobbies on average a day. Then the rest of the time, the other 40 hours you have in the week can be spent educating your children in any types of ways with great movies. Show them great movies. Playing video games with them. Because like I said, video games are fine, but when they are untethered and uncontrolled, it becomes a problem. Where is this time going, anybody? Read Getting Things Done. Take a time management course. It is free online. Brian Tracy, Eric Thomas, look it all up. What are you guys doing? What the hell is going on? Because this is creating problems. I'm looking at an article right here from CalMatters exclusive. 75% of Black California boys don't meet the state reading standards. Like I said, I don't know what that means, but if you don't meet the state reading standards, then you're probably not going to be reading the books that you should be reading or care about reading because you are falling behind and don't understand the importance. Because if you ride the reading wave, suddenly you're going to, in high school, you're going to be reading things like Hatchet and The Giver in middle school. And then in high school, suddenly you're going to be exposed to an insane world of Albert Camus and Herman Hesse and even modern books that are awesome. They're There by Tommy Orange. You can read, a junior or senior can read that in high school. Your mind is going to be exposed to great literature. And then you're moving into college and reading the classics and, whoever, harder works. And then as you become an adult, you can read anything you want. I can read anything I want right now. Like, I've spent enough time that there is no philosopher out there. I can sit down and it's gonna freaking suck, but I can access Hegel, Kant, and so can anybody else through time. Even if you are one of these people out there who sucks at reading, you can, through a couple years of a couple hours a day, be able to read any great idea you want. And like I said, I don't know what happened. In those 40 hours for each parent a week, they can even stagger that time so that there's 80 hours a week with their children. If you have one child, then, there's so many different options. And you can, like I said, watch movies, developmental movies with them, have fun, play sports. And then, we start to see this with sports. Parents love to pressure their kids about being great at sports. And they love pressuring their kids about STEM and math, math and science. But they hate books, because books turn your kids into artists, everybody. It turns them into dreamers, and they're not going to get a job. They're not going to have the pension plan. They're not going to do it because it freaking sucks. It's a bad deal. Nobody wants to sit at a dead-end job for 30 freaking years like you did because you are a crappy parent. Nobody wants to do it. Once they've been exposed to the world of books, they want to live and experience life and expand into something, and maybe even into a job that they love. For 30 years. But that is a purposeful job, not some freaking paper pushing job. Like one of my buddies, man, he's a child psychologist. He loves that, bro. He's going to do it for 30 years. because he loves it. That's what he's always wanted to do. Same job every day, same things, same problems, but that's his freaking stuff right there. And that is an impactful, creative job. It's not working at a credit card company. Just, the jobs that actually don't require robots, everybody. So that is my rant. Don't get me going about jobs, everybody, because that's when I get into trouble, because 99% of people are working jobs that they hate, even if they don't want to admit it. So what is up, everybody? Let me know about your comments. Let me know what you're feeling about this. I am fired up, man. My temperature is raised 10 degrees after this. So thank you guys for watching. Subscribe to the channel. Give a like. Peace.